Last week, we explored the birth of Off Broadway, an anti-commercial experimental rebellion. But what happened next? Today's Theater History Thursday covers Off Broadway's growing pains and how the movement was established in New York's cultural landscape. Off Broadway started organizing in 1972. 49 Off Broadway theaters, including Manhattan Theater Club, Playwrights Horizons, and Repertorio Español, came together to form the Off Broadway Alliance, UBA. Many of these companies still operate today, though most have graduated to Off-Broadway, and some even to Broadway-level contracts. As more artists and companies carved out careers in indie theater, questions about pay, working conditions, and professional standards were abundant. Actors Equity Association, AEA, had long regulated pay and protections for actors, but Off-Broadway shows couldn't afford union minimums. In the 50s, Equity introduced the Showcase Code, a special set of rules for unpaid performances, with limits on rehearsal hours, number of performances, and ticket prices. As the Off-Broadway movement grew, the code was utilized much more frequently, and indie artists lamented its restrictions. It made it harder to extend successful runs or pay actors fairly when a show gained traction. When a show had the opportunity to move, the financial burden often fell upon the playwright. UBA tried to get Equity to make changes, but were unsuccessful. In 1982, they reorganized into the Alliance of Resident Theaters. While these issues lingered for decades, Art New York still helped build a stronger OOB community. By 1990, Art New York had a membership of about 100 nonprofit theaters, with over 400 today. Even as OOB continued to expand, many believed important issues weren't being addressed. There was a particular objection to the use of the term off Broadway. Many thought the comparison to Broadway minimized the value of their work on its own, preferring independent theater. In 2004, the League of Independent Theater was created to advocate more directly for small nonprofit companies and individual artists. Their goal was to incorporate professional practices and industry recognition to indie theater without sacrificing its creative goals. LIT advocated for fair contracts, more funding, and formally lobbied for representation in city policy. Through all of this progress, the art itself continued to thrive. Established giants like La Mama and the Public Theater stayed strong, and new companies emerged with bold aesthetics and political voices. This includes New Perspectives. Founded in 1991, we're dedicated to using theater for positive social change. We've always worked to develop new works and present new playwrights, highlight the stories of women and people of color, present classics through a new lens, and promote civic and community participation. And in 1998, the New York Foundation for the Arts named us a community asset, the first of many honors we're grateful to receive. So next time you're sitting down in our studio space to watch a reading of a new work, you just might be watching the next great chapter unfold. Don't forget to follow and join us next week for more theater history.